All right, happy Sunday, team. Today, the three of us are going to bring you through a slow core strengthening and mobility stretching workout. It's gonna be about 20 minutes. You can just follow along with us. We're gonna be focusing on slowing down for this workout. We wanna focus on the stretches. We're gonna be holding for long periods of time, about 45 seconds. Your goal is to just breathe into them, relax, take care of your body today. All right, so we're gonna start by laying down on our backs. We're gonna go alternating knee hugs towards the chest. Tuck the hips, low back is on the ground. We're gonna bring the left knee in towards the chest and then alternate over to the other side. We're just gonna be here for 45 seconds. So I want you to focus on A, keeping that core nice and tight and low back is flush with the ground. Kick the foot out. Hug in at your hamstring if you feel any sort of pressure on the knee, if you're hugging on the shin.
It feels really good.
It does feel good, I know. It's important.
Do this for 20 minutes.
Check in with that low back, make sure it's not peeling off the ground. Hug the knee in as close as you can to your chest. Everyone's gonna be a little bit different. Perfect, 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flip it over, bring it into your high plank. We're gonna go down dog, toe reaches. So high plank position, squeeze the glutes. We're gonna press into our down dog, reach opposite hand to opposite toe, back to your high plank. Again, we're going for 45 seconds here. Try and press your heels down towards the ground as you come back into your down dog. Inhale into the plank, exhale as you reach back for the toe. Again, you want to try and keep your legs as straight as you can when you reach back. You're going to feel a nice stretch through the calves and the hamstrings. 20 seconds. Good. We're also doing this to bring some heat to the body before we go into our static stretching. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees, come to a tabletop position. We're gonna go into our bird dog. So bird dog, you reach opposite hand, opposite leg out, crunch in at the center, and then back to plank, or back to tabletop in 2, and 1, 45 seconds. You're gonna alternate sides each rep. When you extend out, try not to let the low back cave in. So just squeeze the glute, open up that arm and leg, and then bring the opposite elbow, opposite knee together. Good, 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Inhale out, and then exhale, bring the elbow and knee together for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. We're gonna go for our cat-cows. So we're gonna drop the belly down towards the ground, look up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, push the floor away, round out the spine, cat. Inhale down, exhale, round out. Again, 45 seconds. Good. About 30 seconds to go. If it feels good for you, you can kind of create some rotations, draw some circles, or you can just stay in your regular cat-cow. 15 seconds. Inhale and exhale. 10 seconds. Good. For 3, 2, and 1. Stay here. Rock your hips back towards your heels into your child's pose, and then rock yourself back to tabletop. Inhale forward. Exhale as you push back. You might not be able to touch your hips down to your heels. Most of you probably not. It's okay. You just want to push back as far as you can. Feel the stretch in the hips, in the lats.
It's like I got some bubble wrap on my knees. Snap.
Good, 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good, for 2 and 1. All right, we're gonna sit. If you can, you're gonna sit figure 4 and open up the legs. A lot of you are gonna find that this is really tough. So what I want you to do is hug underneath your legs if you feel that that's really tough for you, and just let them fall open as you feel comfortable. If you're okay there, take your hands under your toes and let your knees fall apart. Try and get your heels in towards your body the best you can. Shoulders are pulled back and down, so we don't wanna be right here with that arched spine. Shoulders are pulled back and down, the core is tight. We're holding here. Again, only if it feels good for you and comfortable, you can kind of flap the legs a little bit, open up your butterfly. 20 seconds. And while we're stretching, especially the static stretches, focus on that big inhale and big exhale. Good for 5, 4, 3, sit taller, 2, and 1. Extend out the right leg only, left leg stays tucked in. This might feel perfectly fine for you. If it feels okay, I want you to try and walk your hands towards your foot. Shoulders are pulled back, spine is still nice and straight. We're here for 45, and then we'll switch to the other side for 45 seconds. What we don't want here is a rounding through the spine. So sit nice and tall, shoulders down and back, and just walk yourself towards your foot, still looking forward. The core is nice and active. How are we feeling back there?
Feeling a lot. Feeling a lot.
All right.
A lot going on. Yeah. You keep on being great up there.
15 seconds, and then we're gonna switch over to the other side. Good, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Big mistake people make is only holding static stretches for 5-10 seconds. That doesn't really give the muscles enough time to relax in the stretch and actually get that lengthening that we want. Again, shoulders back. If you can, walk your hands in towards the foot. Again, this might feel totally fine for you. This might be all you can do. Whenever you're stretching, what I want you to focus on is finding that point that you're able to still relax into the stretch. We don't want to push to that point that our muscles will tense up on us. So only to that point where you still can breathe and relax and feel the muscle relax in that stretch. 15 seconds. Good, we're gonna bring it to standing in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna stick with the legs. So bring it to standing. You can shake them out a little bit. I know we were down that whole time. We're gonna take the feet apart, toes are facing forward, hinge at the hips, shoot the butt back towards the back of the room and reaching down for the ground here. Everyone's gonna be a little bit different. How wide you have to take your legs to be able to reach the ground. Again, shoulders are pulled back, straighten out the spine. And walk yourself over towards the right side. Good, breathing through. Walk ourselves over to the left side. Inhale, exhale, walk back to center. Take a big deep breath in, and then as you exhale, see if you can stretch a little bit further down into it. Again, focusing on being able to relax, not tense up. In 3, 2, and 1. Walk your feet together. Staying hinged over here. So when we walk our feet together, a lot of you might find you're gonna have to walk your hands all the way up, maybe to your kneecaps. Maybe that's all you've got here. If you can, we're gonna reach down to the toes. Bend the knees if you have to. Kind of walk the legs out, bend one leg, then straighten, bend. 1 leg and straighten. way up, hands overhead. Exhale one more time, all the way down. See if you can stretch a little bit deeper. 15 seconds. We're gonna take it into our hip flexors next. In 4, 3, bring it up, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna take our runner's lunge down on the ground. So the easiest way to get into this is to drop the back leg, and I want you to take your hands down to your ground, down to the ground, and then start to shift your weight forward. So we're gonna be focusing on stretching out the hip flexors on the kneeling leg.
Sweet Jesus. This is what I needed in my life. This is it.
With a little elevator music in your life.
Right? This is perfect.
Elevator music is great, yeah. All right, from here, what I want you to do is start to rock back. You can lift that front toe off the ground, and then exhale back into the runner's lunge, stretching out the hip flexors. Kind of get a couple more rocks going here. Again, I don't want you to push deeper than your muscles can handle. We want this to be relaxing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. So stay here. Give it a good 10 seconds. Let that hip flexor relax. And then we'll get a couple rocks going. So push back. Lift that toe, front toe. Inhale, exhale, shoot your weight forward. Nice work. Couple more rocks. On this next one, just hold in that front lunge. What do you think you guys got? Pigeon pose?
I need to work on that one.
Okay.
I'm all for that.
2, and 1. All right, shake it out. So we're gonna try pigeon pose, and then I'm gonna show you your option if you feel like it's a little bit too much. So pigeon pose, what I'm gonna have you do is bring one leg forward and then sink down into the glute. Watch the boys, because you're gonna see that they're not gonna get as deep as me. That's okay, you're gonna hold yourself up, only sink as far down as you can. So we're gonna be stretching out all through here in the hips and the glutes. If this is way too much for you, you guys stay there, you guys need it. If it's too much for you, we're gonna take a figure 4 stretch on your back. But I like this one, gets deep into those muscles that we want to stretch out. And if you start to feel comfortable here, you can start to kind of sink down into it a little bit more, kind of like Kyrel's got going on. But this is a super intense stretch, so we can stay nice and lifted. It also helps to maybe tuck a pillow or something underneath this front knee. 10 seconds. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come out super slow, and then switch sides. Left leg's gonna come forward and through. The more advanced option for the pigeon pose is the foot further away from the body. You might find that yours is kind of tucked in close to the body to start out, and then as you start to open up, get a little bit more mobile through the hips, you can bring your foot a little bit further out.
This one's tougher for me.
Yeah, my left leg's locked. Locksmith.
Again, you can take it into your laying down figure 4 if you find that this is just too much for your hips and glutes.
I remember my hips and glutes. Good old days.
Big inhale and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Again, check in. Do you feel those muscles really tensing up? If you do, ease off a little bit. Find that point where you can relax. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna get some upper body stretches going. We can stay seated, or do you guys want to bring it standing for upper body?
What are we doing?
So we're gonna do some neck stretches, tricep. The only reason I say that is if you're sitting and it bothers your legs that we just stretched out to sit down like this, we can bring it to standing. But we're gonna start with our neck stretches. Especially a lot of us, if we've been sitting on couches and on our laptops and doing all these things where we're all hunched up here, I wanna try and open up these muscles right here. So I'm gonna take my left hand down to the ground to my side, shoulders pulled back, right hand comes up and over the head, And then I'm gonna slowly start to pull my head down towards my shoulder, keeping this left hand planted down on the ground. And if it feels okay for you, you can kind of rotate your head, your vision down towards the ground. You'll feel a little bit of a deeper stretch that way, only if it feels comfortable for you. Good. And slowly bring it up. Switch sides, right hand plants, left hand over the head. Pull the head down towards the shoulder. Big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and only if it feels good, you can rotate your head slightly down. Take it nice and slow so your vision kind of starts to rotate down towards the ground.
I didn't realize how heavy-handed I was. Snatching.
And relax. All right, triceps, hands behind the head, pull down. So reach your hand down your back. From here, I want you to take your head and press back on your arm. So what happens is our head wants to look down towards the ground and the tricep relaxes. To stretch it out, you have to press back onto the arm with your head, and that's where you're gonna feel that deep stretch happen right through here, down the tricep into the shoulder. The harder you press your head back onto your elbow and your arm, the deeper the stretch is gonna get for you. Good, 10 more seconds here. And rest it out. Switch over to the other side. So again, reach your hand down your back and then press your head against your arm. That's how you're gonna get that stretch.
Crab walks.
I was just thinking that I was like kickbacks,
Yeah, I'm feeling it too.
dips.
Good, full inhale, full exhale. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, this is for all of us that have super tight shoulders. Onto your bellies. This is Talon's favorite, right, Talon?
Yeah.
All right, left hand is gonna come out, extend out that left arm. From here, we're gonna press the floor away with the right hand. The right leg is gonna come over the body, and you're gonna feel that left shoulder stretch out. Yeah. This is especially great for any of us that have been hunched over computers while we're at home, looking down at things, rounding our shoulders forward. And over to the other side, right arm extends out. Press your left hand into the ground, rotate left leg over. Perfect. Good. Couple more seconds here, then we'll bring it to standing. We'll stretch out the quads, and then we're done. In 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna bring it to standing. For the quad stretch, if you need to balance on something, you can grab onto a wall or a pole, or you can, grab onto your buddies here.
Hey, buddy.
All right, left hand is gonna pick up the back of your foot. I'm already falling over. The back of your foot. To get this stretch going, a lot of people are doing this and they're like, I don't feel this. The way you're gonna make this work, squeeze your glutes, tuck your hips forward, and keep your knees in line with each other. So as soon as you tuck those hip bones forward in this stretch, that's when you're gonna feel the quad stretch out. This isn't gonna do anything. This will. Glutes are squeezed, hip bones are tucked forward. And we're getting a little balance too. The further you press your knee back so it's in line with the other knee is how you're gonna feel a little bit deeper of a stretch here. Keep squeezing the glutes, tuck the hips, good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch, shake it out, other side. Again, if I'm leaning forward, my shoulders are falling forward, my hips are shooting back, that's not gonna stretch the quad. You've gotta stand tall, pull the shoulders back, tuck the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, Keep the knees in line. Full deep breaths. Good, 15 more seconds here and then we're done. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Nice work, team.
Feeling loose, feeling mobile.
You guys are feeling loose.
Feeling good, baby. All right, now the workout's about to start.
All right, team. Thank you for hanging out with us on Sunday. Don't forget to stretch and do your mobility and your recovery. It's super important.